Welcome back to a great day for football, the upper tier podcast. Craig jumping on. You know where to find us: YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Anchor, all the socials. Craig jumping on. Breaking news: European Super League plans starting to collapse. Craig, what's happening?
Literally finished work at 6:30 and I see that lads are pulling out one by one, hopefully a domino effect. Still waiting for obviously our own club. Hopefully we'll soon follow suit. But obviously it was in work till 6:30, but fair play to the likes of Jordan Henderson for coming out and saying no. I've read also Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw actually confronted Woodward about
Yeah.
not being consulted. And this goes about, it's not about United players and about Liverpool players. It's about players in general, all of us as one together. And what have you kind of heard yourself now through the day? Like, what have you
Well,
kind of...
I suppose the big winners in this are Man United. They're after getting rid of Ed Woodward.
Yeah,
Ed Woodward is gone. United will be celebrating tonight into the night like they've won the Champions League.
he
Unbelievable.
never cared about Manchester. He was a
Oh,
puppet, you know?
never cared at all.
Didn't know anything about football.
So what do we know so far? Chelsea are withdrawn. Fair play to Chelsea. Did their process today. No messing about. So hats off to them, and hats off to football fans worldwide who protested against this. This
Peter
could
Cech
not happen.
was out trying to get the bus, consult the fans to get the bus to go through and all. There was a delay, like everything.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a madness. Fair play to them all. And then we hear City pulled out. Now, I was shocked that City pulling out now because I thought they might stay in there. But fair play to them as well. And, I mean, hats off to everyone who has created this tidal wave over the last 48 hours. Just a madness at the moment. I'm here on Sky Sports at the moment with all the breaking news. Woodward has stepped down from Man United.
Juventus president.
Tuchel has come out with a comment saying that they were distracted. No doubt about it. They were distracted, but they're in the middle of a match at the moment, as far as I know, aren't they? Aren't they
They're
playing
playing Brighton.
Brighton
Got
right
15
now?
minutes
Yes.
delay because they couldn't even get the bus through. Peter Cech had to go out and actually plead with the fans
Yeah.
to let the bus go through. Like.
Yeah, the baller himself, Jack Grealish, has come out and said football is nothing without fans, but we knew that. We're Liverpool fans. Who's these boys telling football's nothing without fans? Without a doubt it is.
It was a bit of a strange watch last night. We were watching the Liverpool game, obviously, and then you're thinking, well, is this for the top four or does it mean anything anymore? So that's what I was thinking anyway.
Jeez, now looking back at that, we should have went for those 3 points now, shouldn't
we? If we had the first half the same as the second half, I think we would have been all right.
Yeah.
I was only saying to actually one of the lads in work, it's been 29-year wait or whatever for the Premier League. And the start of this season, we finally get to go in and get to put the gold badge on. And it means so much to be able to put the Champions badge on the jersey. And to have it all just thrown away like that, like it was nothing.
We're also hearing Graham Potter came out, credit to the fans and stuff like that. He says the fans are the most important, without a shadow of a doubt. We're hearing rumblings at the moment. You heard that Barcelona Laporta's come out. Apparently they're going to pull out. Pull up whatever you need there. There's talk apparently from FSG, rumours going around that if the Super League didn't go through, they were going to put Liverpool up for sale.
Because we're just a monopoly to them. That tells you everything, doesn't it?
So if there's a lot of fans out there at the moment sitting on £1 billion, let's buy the club. Let's own it.
Juan Laporte, Barcelona president. Barcelona will not join the Super League. It's their club. It's their decision. The fans.
Excellent. I mean, following suit really similar to Bayern and to Dortmund. Excellent stuff.
Fair play to the German clubs as well. Like from straight from the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Graham Souness on Sky Sports, they just got it wrong. They simply got it wrong, which is true. And that it's great news, and it's going to create a domino effect now that will ripple through it. Obviously, Chelsea and the Brighton game was delayed, obviously, because, as you said, about the bus, stuff like that. De Bruyne is after coming out. Kevin De Bruyne, absolute baller. Good moment to everyone to come together. Good moment for everybody to come together. Absolutely, Kevin De Bruyne. Hats off to you as well.
Hats off to Daniel Podence, and then Bruno Fernandes actually kind of doing the retweeting on the Instagram, kind of backing it up, which was amazing to see as well.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. You know what I mean? And great to see that the tidal wave of backlash from fans has won out in the day. Absolutely brilliant. So we're just waiting. We're waiting for more breaking news to happen. This is happening, basically as we speak. You know, I have Sky Sports on here. That's why you'll see that slight glare in my face there. You know,
They
what I mean?
can, you know yourself, no, they can sell us. We don't care. We're gonna be here for life. They can sell us. We don't care.
It's not the first time we were sold. Coming out of the meeting today with the Premier League teams, 14 teams, all 14 rejected the Super League with crunch talks. Absolutely brilliant. Pep Guardiola's come out and said the Super League owners should explain their decisions.
They won't. They'll cower and run.
Yeah. Everton slammed the move as preposterous arrogance. That's what's breaking there at the moment. Just keeping it live all the time here, you know. Absolutely fantastic. Like, you know what I mean? This is exactly what we needed. The uproar over the last few days, the indecision, you know what I mean? We just like, what are we supposed to do? You know what I mean? How, you know?
It was scary how quickly it developed, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like how quick it kind of just, you know, how rapid it kind of got put together. And basically, like the Aventus president and Woodward were on the European board all along, acting like under the counter. Like.
Yeah, Glenn Johnson on Sky Sports at the moment said the fans forced the decision to leave the Super League. Absolutely fantastic. Just goes to show you, it doesn't matter how much wealth you have. It is true. Football's nothing without fans. You can be as rich as you like. You can be an owner as much as you like, but it means nothing. When fans turn around and tell you how it is, you sit up and you take notice.
It doesn't matter how big a club you are, how small you are. It's nothing without the fans.
It was unbelievable today. I mean, the Spine Cup and all coming out and saying they wanted all their banners removed from the Cup and everything and all this. And then, you know, stories breaking there no less than a year ago and all that they wanted to charge the Spine Cup for putting their banners on the Cup. Like,
I heard sadly that Shankly's grandson said, I don't want the statue even there if this goes ahead, which really, you know, hurt a lot. That really would, you know.
That's a huge one. That's a huge one, you know.
Like that's the holy grail. That's part of the furniture, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh God, can you imagine if they had have even attempted to remove that statue? Like, just imagine.
There'd be people getting tied down to it. You know what I mean?
You think it was crazy at Stamford Bridge? Just imagine outside Anfield if that statue was getting even touched.
I will say this. I hope people don't take this the wrong way, but you wouldn't think Chelsea and Man City would be the first, as in, you know, people with a lot of money, people with a lot of financial power, the first two to kind of come out and say no. So hats off to them. They do get a bad rap a lot of the time from other fans about, you know, money coming in and owners and blah, blah. But to be fair and to be truthful, the two of them have come out and publicly said no. So it's respect where it's due, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I mean, when it comes to money decisions and that, it's not often we respect Chelsea and Man City for that.
Yeah, so I will give them that. 100%.
Absolutely, 100%. Try to figure out now what else is coming in here. Apparently, Woodward is to step down at the end of the season. That's what they're saying there. So
in case the dust settles and people won't forget.
No,
I think happy with him anyway at United. Like what does he do? He's a businessman.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I suppose in terms of Ed Woodward as well, you have to understand. I mean, you know, he was thrust into a position as well, like a director of football there. Where
it's a strange, like a puppet. Like,
I mean, in terms of his marketing of the club and in terms of the sponsorship deals and stuff that he signed, there's no doubt he was very successful in that area. Yeah. But when he started getting involved in the whole player side of things and stuff like that, that's when it kind of goes a bit astray. Like, stick to the business end of it and stuff like that, and let managers and directors of football
let the football people do the football work.
Let the football people do the football work, and you just keep the cash flowing in from the sponsorships and the, you know, the stadium stuff and all that kind of stuff, you know. So
just having a quick look here.
Yeah,
the collapse at Manchester United, also in part with the European Super League, may see the Glazer family sell the club.
This is a madness at the moment, isn't it? Like we could be going into next season.
Gary Neville to the Super League with a glass of water.
He loves that glass of wine picture, doesn't he?
I'm delighted for him. I wish Klopp did. Klopp, I think, sadly took him up wrong. What do you think yesterday? You know, he wasn't really understanding him, I don't think.
Yeah, but like you know, you're putting Jurgen Klopp in a position there. He's trying to get ready
Yeah,
for a
he's
game, and you know he's in the height of it. You know what I mean? What do you like? He can't see the full picture. He's trying to prepare the team for a match.
yeah for
You know
Monday
what I
Night
mean?
Football.
He has owners that sold him down the river, basically. You know what I mean? And he's trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And yesterday it was just like a tornado. You know what I mean? So absolute madness.
One of the lads
Crazy.
said, one of the lads on Facebook, if Liverpool leave last, do we win the Super League?
Oh, it's got to be a madness now, isn't it? And I just hope, you know,
Thank
something.
God.
I hope now all the fan bases unite in the right way now. I hope that once this decision is made and it has broken down, you know, if there is a certain punishment to be handed out to the 6 clubs, that's fine. But like, you know, be realistic about it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like the decision is being made. You know, it looks like it's going to collapse. It looks like all the teams are going to pull out at this stage. You know, we need to get back to what we love the most, which is football. Football should be
Yeah,
what we talk about. We shouldn't be
and
talking all this crazy stuff. You know what I mean?
we need to understand and separate that it's not the players, it's not the manager, it's not the staff,
Yeah.
it's not the people who are playing week in, week out. Do not jump on them and harass them either.
Yeah.
It's the people who we never see. It's the people who have no interest. It's the people who think we're just another business and a bit of a franchisee, which we're not.
Yeah. Like you hear, I was listening to fans today online talking about, oh, if we, you know, we could deserve to get relegated and all this sort of thing. What are you talking about? This is our club. This is our team. This is
Not
our
the
players.
players.
These are the
It's
players. They had nothing to do with this. And the thing about it is, even if you did relegate the club or dock the club points or whatever the hell it is to punish them, how does that affect these guys? These are billionaires. They're not waiting on, you know, the money that comes in from, you know, match day stuff and stuff like that. These lads are swamped in money. You know what I mean?
that
It's
money they probably don't even look at. They probably
yeah.
don't even know it exists.
As people commented today and said, and rightfully so, the ownership of Premier League clubs is like a trophy business for them. It's something they can go to dinner parties and say, you know, I own Liverpool Football Club. You know what I mean? That's what it is. It's not really a priority. You know what I mean? And I just think, you know, we just need to, you know, there's going to be a lot of upheaval now. It's going to be interesting to see, like, massive opportunity now for people out there if they want to invest in clubs or they want to take clubs. But I mean, maybe a lot of clubs now should look at going down the German model. You know, if
I think
clubs are going to come from sale,
Leipzig, isn't it? Isn't Leipzig hated because they're owned by like Red Bull or something like that?
yeah, yeah. But I
Something
think
like
it's but I think it's but I think like the likes of Dortmund, I think, and Bayern have that
Yeah.
51% thing where it's, you know, it's 51%.
I think that should be like a standard, like, you know, as in like a law, if they
Yeah.
can do like, whereas, you know, you have 51% your ownership, that's fine. But the other 49 is just to say, look, we're here as well,
Yeah.
and we're valued as well.
Yeah.
You know, Bayern Munich, there you go, German powerhouses. What did they do? Absolutely not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, again, I mean, we did ask the question last night on the show. If they weren't 51% owned by
I think
fans.
I think it'd be would it be a different story? Possibly so. Because they have their hands are tied, really, aren't they?
Well, the problem is if you're a European powerhouse, you know,
Yeah.
and these 12, 15, 20 clubs, whatever it is, sign up, you kind of nearly have to follow suit, even if you don't want it, don't you? Like,
You
like
have to.
otherwise, what's going to happen? You know what I mean? So it's
I was
like,
thinking, Noel, about LeBron. I wonder how does this all affect investors? How does this all affect people like with stakes? How does this affect, you know?
well, LeBron, I think, only owns about 10%, isn't it, or something like that?
So he's probably not even. He probably doesn't even know about it, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh no, you'll be guaranteed he knows about it. Don't worry, because he takes a keen interest in Liverpool Football Club. Sure, look at his Instagram and stuff like that. He's constantly putting up pictures in new jerseys.
You know?
Yeah, but like he's an investor, you know. He was never going to be an on hands kind of guy. He was a 10% investor to pump money into the club and stuff like that, you know. So, yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. Just double checking here again now, any further updates and stuff like that. I don't know if you're getting that in there on Twitter.
I'm gonna have a look there now. See what we have.
Yeah, I'm still saying here Ed Woodward leaving at the end of the season. That's the latest news we have here on Sky Sports anyway. So it's a madness, isn't it?
I wonder how Fiorentino Perez feels.
Well, I mean,
I do, as much as I love Barca, like, I still do feel for the Real Madrid fans of the world, the real ones, you know.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
still you feel for all clubs, you know.
yeah. It's a weird one as well. Like, I mean, he'll probably feel. I mean, I suppose, are we going to get a lot of legalities now kicking in here? Because, I mean, apparently these clubs all signed legal agreements, but I think the legal agreements were pending go ahead from the Premier League, weren't they? Because they have to consult with the Premier League if they
You
want to
have to
enter a new
consult, yeah,
tournament.
first.
Yeah, so maybe there'll be no legal ramifications, because those contracts are probably null and void. They're probably not legally binding anyway. They probably penned the decision from the Premier League. But they kind of just went about it. It's true what Graham Souness said, isn't it? Didn't they go about it the whole wrong way? Like, they just sold it as a dream that no football fans would buy into. You know what I mean? It's just
They
like
just went about it as like, you know, here we have this concept, let's go with it. And we're all like, no, we don't want it.
yeah,
You know,
I mean, whatever about the way UEFA and FIFA run things, and, you know, the whole financial fair play and the fairness and stuff like that, you're never going to take the fairness that football fans believe in football. You know what I mean? Like, take that fairness out of it. You know what I mean? There's no way fans are going to buy into a closed league with virtually no relegation or no potential possibility for certain teams to get in there. Fans were never going to do that. You
closed
know what I
a
mean?
closed shop,
Yeah,
basically.
absolutely. That was never going to be the case.
I'm
Yeah,
just having a look here.
just see there, Gary Neville came up and joined a nice glass of red vino there. Well done, Gary. Well deserved, well earned. Not
Yeah,
often I compliment that man, but hats off to him today.
fully deserved.
Absolutely. Himself and Carragher last night on Monday Night Football were absolutely electric. And they didn't mince their words at all. And I mean, they didn't mince their words to the point where they said they'd walk away, you know. Which is a big statement from guys who are pundits.
Gary Neville, the first night he was asked, the night previous, he was nearly in tears. He was holding it back. You could see the emotion
absolutely,
in him.
yeah, absolutely. I hope what comes out of this really is that, like, you know, football doesn't just go back to the norm, that we don't just go back to accepting the kind of things that goes on in UEFA and FIFA, that we
they're
don't
not
accept
angels either.
Yeah, and including the Premier League. I mean, the Premier League also need to, like, fix their ship. Their ship is kind of rudderless a bit as well. You know what I mean? So hopefully what's happened here is going to make, you know, these organizations sit up and take note of saying, you know, we're not accepting this stuff anymore, and we're not going to accept it from you guys either to carry on and what happens, you know. So that could be a really, really good thing, you know. That could be one of the benefits that come out of it.
It might be like, you know, a smack of reality about we need to get our own house in order. You know, that kind of way.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that's what you would hope for. Sky Sports chief reporter here reporting now. Brian Swanson's reporting that the Manchester United share price is collapsing at the moment.
Holy, they're on the stock market, aren't they?
Yeah, they're on the stock market. Yeah, so it's down already nearly 7%. It's down already nearly 7% in the last
Holy God,
2 to 3 hours, I'd say.
just having a look at seeing here. Anything coming up?
Apparently, Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher are going to be on Sky Sports tonight, right after the Chelsea and Brighton game. They're just after posting that there now as they react to the Super League withdrawals.
I want their club to come out. You know, I'm sure there's people at their club who are dying to post that we won't be in it. But I know there is a hierarchy who obviously don't want them to do that. And again, I say we separate them from the people at our beloved club. I'm sure the social media people who work for Liverpool cannot wait to just press that button and hopefully say we won't be going with that either, you know?
Yeah, that's always the way it is, isn't it? Like, it's a madness at the moment, you know what I mean? Absolute madness. Yeah, crazy stuff, crazy stuff. Well, let's see if some of the boys want to jump on. Don't know what's going on here at the moment. Mark just sent me a picture there of Tottenham lifting the Super League.
Oh God.
Yeah, absolute classic. Yeah, that's where we're at the moment. I don't see anything else. Chelsea was delayed, I think, what, by about 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, or about 15 minutes into the game now, or something like that, I think so. But yeah, absolute madness, isn't it? This is
Like not even 24 hours.
yeah. I don't think it's going to be hard. I mean, would you agree? It's going to be very hard for owners to now stay in place and
And
hold their positions.
how do you come out? An apology is not good enough in this kind of situation.
Well, I don't know. If you look at, I suppose, I don't know.
You know what though? John Henry hasn't always been bad for us, if I do say so. Compared to Hicks and Gillette.
Well,
You know
yeah.
what I
Well,
mean?
the one thing I did mention on the show last night, and I know a lot of people were trending, and FSG out and all was trending. I did make the point that we were 3 hours away from practically losing our club when John Henry
Yeah,
stood on the steps of the court
John
and
Henry.
got the deal through the courts to take over the club. You know what I mean? So like, it hasn't been all
If he
bad.
has the if things settle and he comes out and publicly says himself, look at I hold my hand up, you know,
Yeah.
like they haven't been bad until now, but they have to admit they have gotten greedy and they have saw the money
Well,
and the flashing lights and the
this year,
franchise.
yeah, this year's been a weird one because they've kind of, they haven't supported Jurgen this year. There's no doubt about it. I mean, they didn't support him in terms of what he needed, and
8 seconds ago,
yeah.
Barcelona have now joined fellow Spanish team Atletico Madrid in withdrawing from the Super League out of La Liga clubs.
So that's Barca officially out.
That looks like it's Barca as well now, Don. Which was already, I think Laporte had already said about the fans.
I wonder how you'd feel right now if you were a board member at JP Morgan, the bank that was going to financially back it.
JP Morgan leading league now, the trophy.
Yeah.
JP Morgan initials on the top of it.
Yeah.
Just JP lettering. That's all it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope the other 14 clubs. I hope the other 14 clubs in the league understand, that it wasn't the fans, it wasn't the players, it wasn't the managerial setup or anything like that. You know what I mean? It was basically just.
We love playing. We love like who we playing the weekend. Burnley. Oh, that's a tough game. When have we ever came on and said that we're bigger or better than anyone? Never.
Yeah.
We have respect for every single club in that league, and we always will.
And certainly not this season.
Like this season and more than any season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Someone just tweeted there, loving this European Super knockouts. One team going at a time.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd love to be I'd love to be a fly on the wall in the boardroom with FSG at the moment. Now it's a madness.
They're probably getting someone else to do up a statement for them. The best. Juan Laporte will not finalise Barcelona's entry into the Super League.
So they're definitely out. Gary Neville just sent a waving emoji. Just posted a waving emoji at the news of Ed Woodward's departure as well. My God. God, United are kind of getting what they want here, aren't they? They're potentially they've lost Ed Woodward, which is what they all wanted, and now they're potentially. I said the Glazers could walk away as well. This would be happy days. United this is going to be the best thing that ever happened to United. Why were they complaining about the Super League? This triggered everything that they've wanted for years.
This is their wildest dreams we can come true.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you see a way back for FSG yourself, Noel? How do you feel about it when the dust settles?
Do you know, anyone can make a mistake.
Yeah, especially people who aren't tuned into football as a number one kind of. Yeah.
And the thing about it is that, we have to kind of figure out what happens now. What's going to be the outshot of this? It was. It was a power play. There's no doubt it was a power play. And look, the thing about it is it was never going to go through unless the Premier League agreed to it. So, at the end of the day, you know, it was a power play the other day on the foot of UEFA releasing their new information in relation to the new Champions League setup. So that's what the power play really
That
was.
was 2024, was it? That was going to come into play.
Yeah.
Like.
But I mean, that's what they did. What they did, they tried to jump the gun on Sunday, you know, and that's what really happened. They came out, they shot their load out there straight away. They didn't think about what they were doing. They obviously clearly didn't get any proper marketing advice in terms of press releases and all that kind of stuff. Surely to God, they must have known the backlash that was coming. There was
Inter
no,
Milan's chairman was on that board as well, Stephen
yeah,
Jang.
yeah, but I mean, there wasn't a chance that people were going to sit down and just roll over and accept this and go, yeah, go ahead, lads. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's great. Thanks. We look forward to that.
That was never going to happen. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just it's a madness. You know, um, just crazy. But again, as we said, the power of the fans won out again, and that's the fans are the real winners here tonight. You know what I mean? I don't know in terms of FSG. I don't know. It's a real difficult one for them. You know what I mean? Because it's you know, if you were in any other business, um, you know, you'd be removed from your position. But
Yeah,
obviously, when you're the investor and the owner in a football club, you can't just be removed. I mean, you have to make a decision to sell the club and be okay with that. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
you know, there was a lot of fans there today talking and saying, like, you know, we're not going to buy any of the merchandise. We're not going to support them in any way. We're going to support the club. We're going to support the players. We're going to support the manager. We're going to support all that stuff. But look, your club is your club. You know what I mean? At the end
I
of the
have my shirt on
yeah,
because
your club is your club. You know what I mean? We don't.
the lads play for us and Klopp manages us.
No,
Support the lads.
yeah, no fan follows Liverpool because of FSG. You know, we follow Liverpool because we love Liverpool Football Club. The same for United, City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham. You follow your club because you love your club. The moving parts within that club happen continuously through history, you know. I'm old enough now to have seen so many owners at Liverpool, so many managers, so many changes, so many upheavals, so many tragedies, so many monumental moments, so many celebrations. You know what I mean? The good times, the bad times, the sad times. I've seen it all. You know what I
And we
mean?
wouldn't
I've
change it
lived
for the
through it all.
world.
You know, well, there's obviously certain things I would change.
I'd
Obviously,
change Hodgson, but
you know what I mean?
but you know what the good thing is though is the unknown in football is it going to be a good season? You don't know. Are we going to win the weekend? We don't know. Are we going to go through in the Champions League? We don't know.
Well, I tell you, if these decisions and this all collapses overnight, these teams better be fired up for the weekend fixtures because the top four race is back on without a shadow of a doubt.
I'm gonna actually I have to shoot in a minute if that's cool with you.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I would like to say something actually because I do obviously like Barcelona from La Liga, and I hope this comes across to fans. Barcelona are absolutely bankrupt to the gills, and they still haven't gone into this. And that tells you what the new president means to Barcelona, and it tells you that Barcelona are going the right way because they could have said, "Look, we're affected. Like we've no money. We need this," and they haven't gone in, and they've said no. So I just hope to show that it's not always about money. You know, people can change, and clubs can regenerate themselves as well. Like,
Yeah. Oliver Downing, the cultural secretary in the UK, has just come on and said that the whole fan-led review is still going to happen. They still want to put that review in place to explore the idea of, like, you know, this whole, you know, it's probably on the similar model to the 51% in Germany. You know what I mean?
it has to be seriously discussed. I think it
Yeah,
has to be at some stage, obviously, like at some stage
yeah, absolutely, without a shadow of a
for
doubt.
both sides. For
Yeah,
both sides,
yeah,
because
but
we don't
that's
want this happening again ever.
yep, absolutely. Well, I suppose with you needing to jump off, that's the latest breaking news. There's been no other breaking news at this stage. So, I mean, we would assume at this stage that the whole thing is going to collapse overnight. That team after team after team are going to wave
Well,
goodbye
I
to it.
hope tomorrow I'll wake up and I'll be like, no, well, we're out, and thank God.
Well, tomorrow is going to start the rebuild in terms of, you know, saving face and stuff like that. And let's see what comes out. Is there going to be a punishment? What way of the Premier League and Champions League and UEFA and FIFA and all, and the FA, what way they're going to pursue this? And we'll keep you posted. If there's any breaking news, we'll jump back on again without a shadow of a doubt. Craig, pleasure as always.
Pleasure, Niall. Thanks very much for having us on. It's just short notice.
Catch you later on, buddy. Cheers,
See you
pal.
there.
Bye bye.